All right. Hello, 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 you guys. Today we are going to do a little tutorial, a little back to school tutorial. The summer is coming to an end. Womp womp. I know. But back to school is also a lot of fun. So today, I am going to be filming here with you guys live in my studio. And you can check this out online at any time. I need to just log in real quick to my other thing. Sorry for that. I had to reset my computer. I guess it's back to school. My computer said, you need a reset. So I had to do that a little minute ago. So this is my live broadcast for the day. I have been working on some different things around our house. Um, so I've kind of got a little sidetracked with that today, and I'm just now getting to the studio at 6:10 p.m. And I only have time to do this video with you guys because I'm going to do dinner next. So why not jump on here and do a quick live tutorial? Now, this is a workshop that I am working on and doing, let me see, this coming Saturday. So a week from yesterday. That's funny, right? Because it's Sunday. So on August 1st, I will be doing this workshop live, completely free in the community, um, at an event called Vintage Vibes. It is the back to school edition, and I have come up with a really cool project that I'm bringing to the community for you guys to work on and to make. Of course, we will also have tiny doors available for people to work on as well. So I hope if you are local in our area, come out to this event. It's a free event produced by the city. And yeah, so I will be there. And I'm just trying to get everything set here. So now, as far as supplies, you don't have to have a lot of supplies. You may already have these supplies at home. So I'm hoping that you might have these. If not, you can pick these supplies up pretty much anywhere they sell craft items, from picking them up at the Dollar Tree, maybe Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Walmart. I think even Target, you can get all of these supplies. So there's lots of different stores that will have these things. And like I said, you may already have them in your home. So let's get started. One more second. And yeah, so well, I've got you guys live on the screen so I can see anybody who wants to pop in something in the chat. Welcome. Okay. My name is Nikki. I'll put that over there. I don't know what I just did. My name's Nikki, and I am with Create with Nikki. Also, my company is called Tiny Doors WPB. And I do fun artsy stuff. I am a full-time local artist in South Florida, and I usually am bringing mobile art studios to community events, like the one we have next Saturday with the city. So I thought I would go ahead and just do this project online. And if you are at the city event next Saturday, I'll let you know. You can even watch this video later. So, all right, let's get into it. I'm going to use my magic fingers and we're going to bring it to the tabletop. Poof. Look at that. Isn't that fun? That was a really fast click. I wasn't expecting it. Just anyway, I've got these supplies here on the table. Let me push this in frame. I didn't even notice that. This is what we're making. It's really quick and easy. It is the shape of a school bus, the back side of a school bus, basically. And we're going to build one here with you guys, and then since I have the magic of I already did one, I will paint this one. So you will need a little bit of dry time. Let's go over our supplies. So we have glue, we have paints. Now you can use whatever color you want your bust to be. You can use whatever color. We have a little cup with water. So this is water in here, a paintbrush, a paper plate for mixing paint, some paper towels to clean off your brush, and if it gets a little messy. And then, of course, you're going to need popsicle sticks. Now, I'm using 7 regular popsicle sticks, and I'm using 1 larger popsicle stick. Now, you can use the regular ones for the whole thing, but I chose the larger one so it would give me a little bit bigger for the tires. So these right here are the tires of the back of our school bus. And then when I cut them, it made a little sign that I put across the top here. So I'm going to show you how to cut these. Now you can cut popsicle sticks with regular scissors. Please make sure that you get help with an adult. If you're a kiddo watching this, always ask for help when using sharp tools. Okay, so it's a really simple process. The easiest way is to look at the back here, is to start off with the 2 side pieces. So we're going to go ahead and put this together. I'm going to move the paint a little bit out of frame for right now because we'll come back to that in just a moment. We are using some tacky glue, and we're going to set aside. Oh, I also have 2 little red beads. Now these are flat back beads, and they're supposed to be the tail lights of the school bus. Now you can just paint the tail lights red if you don't have any beads. So that's not a problem. So we're going to start off with 2 sticks. Now, these 2 sticks here will become the side of our bus right here. Okay, so we're going to lay those out, and you might want to lay everything out for your project on your tabletop just to get an idea of where everything's going to go. And these are the 2 sticks for the back of the bus on the bottom. And you want to make a frame. And what this is going to be is a school bus picture frame. It's perfect for your first day of school. Everybody wants to take a picture on the first day of school. It's a great way to make a memory of what you looked like, whether you're starting first kindergarten, first grade, second, up to 12th grade. Why not, right? It's always a fun way to make a cute memory. Now that I have these laid out and I know pretty much where they're going to go, I'm going to remove the ones on the top and leave. I just messed it up. You kind of don't want to do that. Kind of want to make sure you leave them there, the 2 side pieces. Okay. Take the ones on top off. And we're just going to take our glue. Sometimes you have to tap your glue or shake your glue down to get it down to the tip. And I promise this opens. Okay. So we're going to just take on the top, and we're just going to put a tiny bit of glue and a tiny bit of glue over on the other side. And I do little streaks here with the glue. That's just my preference on how I set my glue up. And I'm going to start from the top. And I'm just going to place my popsicle sticks on the glue. Very simple, easy process here. We're not building a giant house today. We're only building the back of a school bus. So this is the easiest way to do it. So we're going to lay those in there and we're going to give them a little press. Now sometimes if you use too much glue, you'll get the glue ooze in between. And that's okay. Just wipe it off with your fingers. on the edge. And these 3 pieces are in place. Now you want to make sure that you're right off the top here. So we're covering it so you don't see the top of the popsicle stick hanging out. So we're going to take the 2 off the bottom, and we're going to put some glue on the bottom here. Doesn't take a lot of glue, just a little bit here, a little bit there. Give her a little swirl. And then we're going to work from the bottom, placing the popsicle stick down, and then the second one. It's going to give us our bumper, the back bumper of our bus. So when you look at this project, it's going to be really cute with your picture as if you're looking out the back of the bus saying, Mom, Dad, bye, Grandma, and off to school you're going. All right, so we have the framing done. It's a super easy project, you guys. Now, this bigger popsicle stick, I'm going to cut off about 1.5 inches off of each end. Okay, now I have this really cool tool that you can cut popsicle sticks with. And I'm going to cut one side with the popsicle stick cutter. Snap. Now, if you have one of these, please make sure you have an adult help you with cutting the ends of the popsicle stick. Now, I'm going to try to cut this one with a pair of scissors. If I had my scissors, where would I have them? These are kids' scissors, and you can cut it with these as well. So if you want to cut one end off and then the other end, if you line up the one you just cut, you will have a little marker to know where to cut the next one. Now, this might be a little difficult. That's why I say you might want to get an adult to help you cut this out. And you have to go really slow when using it with scissors. And then should be able to snap right off. There it goes. So it can be cut with regular kid scissors. Kizzers. Do you have your kizzers? I hope you have them ready for school to start. Don't use kizzers with your teacher. She's not going to know what you're talking about. Tell them Miss Nikki told you. Going to use our kizzers. So now you have the top sign for your school bus and your wheels. Because the wheels on the bus go round and round. Well, sort of. Not these, because they won't go round and round. So now we're going to glue those to the back. We're going to gently turn our school bus frame over. And we're going to place these on the bottom. Now you want to make sure they're below the edge of your school bus right here. All right. And so basically, we're just going to put a little bit of glue, give it a little swirl, a little bit of glue. Now you can use any kind of white glue with this. The glue does dry clear, whether it's this tacky glue or maybe it's just regular white school glue. Because you probably have some for your school supplies. Everybody's out school supply shopping now. So I'm just going to put these on here, give them a little press, and we're going to gently turn it over. And there's our school bus frame. Now, I got some glue ooze. Just take your finger and wipe that off. Now you have a paper towel. So I'm going to set this one just to the side. Oh, wait, the sign. So this sign, you can do a couple different things with it. You can put your name on it and the year that the picture is of this year that's coming up. Or maybe you just want to say school bus or my cool ride. And that's going to go right here. So we're just going to take our glue again. And in this case, we're going to put the glue on the back of our sign. It doesn't take a lot. Just scribble some glue on there and place it on the top and give it a little press. All right, guess what? We're finished with the glue. Let's take the one that I've already made here, and I'm going to put this one to the side. So this is what we've got. These are our tires. This is the back window of the school bus, and here's our sign. All right. Now you can pre-paint all of these pieces if you want, but for the sake of I didn't do that ahead of time, we're just going to paint them live on here. So I have the traditional color of a school bus, but we will use the glue later on when we put the red beads on there, or if you have red paint, you can just paint your circles for the little tail lights. Now we're going to use traditional colors. Now it doesn't take a lot of paint to do this, so just a little bit. The tires are going to be black because most tires are black. I don't know that I've seen. Wouldn't it be funny if tires came in colors? Oh, that was way too much paint. You only need a little bit. And then for the sign on the top, I picked out this white kind of cream color for the top. If your paint bottles are getting a little short in paint, just tap them and the paint will go down. All right, so I'm gonna lightly go over painting this. You can go as detailed as you want when painting your school bus, but for me, I'm going to just do basics today. So I'm just going to take a paintbrush. This is just a standard small little paintbrush, and then this one's flat, which makes it really nice and easy to paint because it's got a nice flat edge at the top. Can you see that? So you can go in and just touch a little bit of paint from your paint palette, which is on the paper plate. Just touch it and pull it out. And do that everywhere and anywhere you want. So now I did find this project online. And if you're interested in looking for projects online, just Google back to school craft or art projects. And there's lots of them out there, but I chose this one because, for one, I have lots of these supplies already in my studio. And it is a simple, easy, quick way to make a cute picture frame. So I'm just going to go over and paint all the side edges. I'm also going to paint the bottom, the bumper of the bus, yellow as well. Sometimes they're like an off-white. So I could paint it there, but I don't want it to be confused with the sign that I have at the top. Now, if you wanted to put the sign on the bottom, you could, kind of like a tag, like a license plate on the bottom. Maybe you want to put something like that down there and put the year there. You can put your name at the top. But in this case, I didn't do that with this project. I just did it simple and basic with the sign at the top. I'm just going over this. I'm only going to paint one coat of yellow. And if you wanted to paint more than one coat, you would let this dry and then do one more coat. But for the sake of time, I'm going to do it like this. So if you are tuning in live, thank you so much. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you so much. So all I'm doing here is cleaning out my brush with a little cup of water here. And you always, every time you change colors to make your brush happy again, clean it and give it a little dry off on a paper towel. Now I'm going to go ahead and down here at the bottom, I'm going to paint the tires. And I poured way too much black paint on here, but that's okay. So the black tires, the same process, just go in with your brush and paint the tires. Once everything's painted, it really comes together. Let me pick it up, bring it a little closer to you guys. I'm just getting a tiny bit of paint, putting it to the edge and down. Now you can go and do all the way around the edges if you want, on all the sticks as well. But I didn't do that with the yellow one, but that's okay. My suggestion is that if you are painting, try to do your light color first before you do your dark color. And then clean out your brush, make a happy brush, clean it out, dab it on the paper towel, and then we're done with that part. Now it's really coming together now, right? So I am going to go ahead and paint the sign. So I'm going to grab this. This is a little bit of an off-white paint. And I'm just going to paint the sign and go nice and slow when you go across the edge. Really nice and slow. Be sure to have enough paint on your brush. It helps out. Nice and slow. And a tip is that when you're at the edge, just barely touch that edge and then pull the paint across. And what I like to do sometimes is turn it over and then paint the other way. Tap the edge and pull it across. And this also helps blend the paint all the way across. If you get a little up there, just wipe it off. So there it is. All we have to do is add a name on there. So I'm going to clean out my brush. We will have to let this dry before we can add the name on there. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and add your name on it. And I will post an image of the final as the thumbnail for this project. So it's really simple, really fun to do. Let me see if I have a photograph I can put in here or something. I don't know that I have a photograph. Oh, this is going to be a weird photograph to put in there. That's the only photograph I have right now, right here at my desk. Let me grab. I actually have this picture in a frame, but just for the sake of seeing what it looks like. So there's, you can put a photograph in there like that. Sorry, I don't have a regular photograph to put in there, but you kind of get the idea, right? Or maybe you want to put a piece of artwork in there. So you can put pretty much anything you want in the back. Now, if you want to do something a little bit different, you could even, and I have some here, these are little magnets, and you can get magnets also at craft stores, and you can glue a magnet on the back of your project, and you can actually hang this up on your refrigerator. It's a great way to show your first day of school picture to everyone, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this simple, quick tutorial. So let's take our magic fingers and go back to the other screen. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Hello. I'm And here it is. Look, you can put me in it. First day of school. First day of school. Where? Okay, there it is. Yeah, I've been out of school a really long time. But I'm so excited for the new year to start. And I hope you guys enjoy making a craft tutorial like this for your back to the school first day of school picture. So thanks so much for you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next time. And that's tomorrow. So if you like tutorials like this and just a little bit of chit chat about art, consider subscribing to our channel at Create with Nikki. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. And if you are new here, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, all those things. And we will see you next time. And that's tomorrow. Talk to you later. Have a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening. Whatever time you're watching this, I really appreciate it. All right, see you next time. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.